So now we're going to talk about how those different foods start different hormonal conversations in the body. We'll start by talking about the macronutrients. Macronutrients are the proteins, the fats, and the carbs. Okay? So start with carbs. Now I'm not just talking about sugar here anymore. I'm talking about all carbs. Sugar is a simple carb. That means it's a short chain of sugars. It breaks down really quickly in your body. Complex carbs like baked potatoes, brown rice, sweet potatoes, those whole grain, whatever, those are complex carbs. They're longer chains of sugar in the body, but they still ultimately break down to sugar in that digestive tract. So when they do, they enter your bloodstream as blood sugar. So all carbohydrates will affect blood sugar, whether they are a simple carb like white sugar or a complex carb like the sweet potato. So for someone who's type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, this is really great information. It's also great information for all of us. I'm going to see how I'm doing on time. Oh, I don't have time. So you can see how all carbs affect blood sugar, and that obviously relates to diabetes and type 2 diabetes. I'm going to talk about how it relates to weight. Okay? So when we eat an unbalanced meal, as in high carbohydrate meal, and that might be a whole grain cereal with skim milk and orange juice. Let's just take that classic breakfast. You know, I had something similar every morning of my school career. But the cereal, even if it's a high fiber, whole grain, kashi cereal, it's a carb, it breaks down to blood sugar. Skim milk without the fat in it digests like a simple carb. Digests just like refined carbs and hits your bloodstream as sugar. Orange juice without the fiber of the whole orange, you're getting sugar. So that's a high carb meal, even if it's a whole grain cereal and an organic orange juice and whatever, skim milk. That meal is unbalanced. It's high in carbs. It hits your bloodstream as an excess of sugar. So high, fast, heavy dump of sugar into the bloodstream out of your body's normal blood sugar ranges. The body keeps a strict control over blood sugar because blood sugar going too high or too low is fatal. Okay? So that's a dump of blood sugar that's stressful for the body. Here's what I want to talk about. Is sugar can't get into your blood cell, into your body cells without the help of insulin. Insulin is a hormone released from the pancreas. It acts like an escort and takes sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. Now your cells will use sugar for energy, but whatever they can't use right then for energy, insulin says, guys, this is too much sugar. You have to store it as fat, because fat's less dangerous to our body than sugar is. So an excess of sugar in the meal, or an excess of carbohydrate, will get stored as fat. If you think about processed foods, they are mostly refined flours and sugar. Now the other thing insulin does, so we get fat storage from two ends here with high carb diets. So first you get it from the excess of sugar in the meal. It's not fat that makes us fat, it's carbs. But also, once insulin's on the playing field, so it's come out to take care of this extra sugar in the bloodstream. The other thing it does is whatever extra weight, whatever fat we are already carrying on the body, it locks it there. It's like a traffic cop is how I think of insulin. And it says, don't come out, fat that's stored in fat cells, we can't burn you for energy. You stay there because we have this sugar problem to take care of. That's what we need to use as energy. So we get not only conversion of extra carbs to fat, but we also don't burn whatever extra fat we're carrying on our bodies, which is actually meant to be what we burn for energy between meals, is our stored fat.